I love entertaining. I love telling stories. I love the creativity of being an anchor person. I love writing. I like writing for television. I love everything about the job. Well, it was a typical morning in the Goddard household, Tuesday, May the 10th, and I woke up and I had the sports on. I had sports TV blaring in the background as I tended to my kids, and I heard the story of this particular agent, NHL agent Todd Reynolds, who basically voiced his disappointment with Sean Avery, who was supporting this so-called marriage equality in New York. And you don't hear of these stories in sports TV, let alone in Canadian sports television. So my ears perked up right away, and went to Todd Reynolds' Twitter page and saw his comments, and I had garnered so much respect for the man just in that moment right there. And then when I saw the responses that he was getting, just awful, hateful things that were being said about this man, I described it to my wife. It's like a flick kind of switched on, and it wasn't dissimilar to driving down the road and seeing some guy being jumped by 5 others. Your inclination is to go out and help. And so I got into the fray, and I tweeted myself from my own personal Twitter account that I completely and wholeheartedly support Todd Reynolds and his support for the traditional and true meaning of marriage. Scott Woodgate, the Vice President of News and Information, made that phone call. When I went into the office, I had noticed there was another gentleman there, Wayne Smith, who was the Vice President of Human Resources. So I knew something was up. I mean, even on the way into work, I wasn't really thinking that I was going to lose my job. Before I could sit down, they said, just to let you know, we're terminating your contract. They said, well, we have some things to say to you. Do you remember that conversation we had a while ago about the plans we had for you and these other shows at Sportsnet? Well, that's not happening now. You're fired. I was being asked, what does this have to do with you and your life and your marriage to your wife? 11 years later, I lost my job for saying, I believe in one man and one woman. I think we need a huge amount of perspective here. I just lost my job. It's got to stop. We have to stop it from escalating, from getting any worse than what it is right now. We have to make a decision. Each of us have to make a choice. Speak up.